Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of channeled guidance come through for you. Hope this reading finds you happy and healthy and enjoying your journey to becoming more and more yourself. All right. This is a group reading. I'm tuning into collective energy here of everyone who's watching whenever they're watching. So take what resonates and leave the rest. In the past, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. Someone unapologetic, someone this feels like they're hurt. There's this energy caught in their throat, in their throat chakra. So it feels like they're communicating from a wounded space. It looks like this is someone who's, they're showing up as an adult. However, they're in a picture. They're showing up energetically as a very young version of themselves. Very entitled. So this is like, I'm talking like preschool type of energy. Unapologetic. I'm hurting. No, I'm gonna make you hurt. I mean, you see that in kids, really young kids, like they're hurting and they're like, you're having fun. It has that type of energy. They haven't resolved that. I want you to help me. So they're wanting love, they're wanting comfort, and they're wanting to be held, to be cared for, and they're not receiving that in the way that they need or want. And so they're projecting that out, and now it's going to be your problem kind of thing. That's interesting. And I've embodied this. So, in the past. So I see this energy in myself as well. Something unresolved. When I'm feeling hurt emotionally, kind of like in my heart space, disappointed, sad, grieving something, and not knowing how to ask for help, and so instead going to a real mean place. Well, if I can't get help, I'll at least get attention. Ooh. So this person as a child did not receive care. The parents didn't know how to heal grief and within themselves, so they couldn't pass down this information and help the kid. So instead, it's a lot of unhealed, traumatized people pretending to be adults, but really acting from very unhealed pictures. Wow. Whew. Yeah. Boy. Trying to make it work from that picture, from that starting spot, trying to move something forward without healing this aspect of self. It's like, I'm going to take action instead of healing this. I'm going to just I feel like the action is trying to escape this energy. I'm trying to move away from how I feel. I might assume that the way I'm feeling is associated with who or where I'm at, and so I want to move away from this, not realizing that you take that energy with you. And it's an energy just waiting for a fight, you know? And I feel like you met someone who's like, yeah, I'll fight you at this level. Bring it. You want attention? I'll give you attention. Feels like you didn't know how to ask for help. And so instead, there's a lot of resentment building and judging, and you're not showing up how I need you to show up to support me. You're not helping me. You're not, but you're also not asking for help. You're projecting your hurt onto someone else, blaming someone else for the hurt and for not being able to heal that. It looks like this creates, it's like adults in their child pictures. Everyone's feeling very insecure because it is confusing and it is childish. So it looks like it starts a very passionate, I think one aspect, one reason why someone would get stuck in this type of cycle and not know how to heal it is the sadness, the grief, the disappointment, the lower vibrational, very sad energy that we started with here. If you pick a fight, if you blame, it raises your energy. You get impassioned and you get mad, and that feels more empowering. That feels better than feeling sad. I mean, so you are attempting to raise your vibration. However, it looks like you're raising your vibration into the energy of fight. So I get why it does feel better. It feels better to fight and get impassioned than having to deal with the woundedness that's behind it all. Wow. But you never really get at the root of the problem, so there's always a fight, picking a fight, blaming others, projecting your inability to heal this within yourself, and look at the emotions and feel the emotions. I'm going to raise my vibration and I'm going to make this someone else's problem. All right, in present time we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is not seeing things clearly, a lack of clarity, a lot of confusion, a lot of unconscious energy. I'm seeing, so when I perceive clairvoyantly blocks as dense energy, a lack of light. That light hasn't really, the light of consciousness hasn't really gotten into that area, into that block. And then unconscious energy I see as white, like a fog. There was a group activity that I was with a while ago, and we look into each other's eyes to really see each other, just soul eye gazing type of energy. And I was really well matched with this gal who I don't know if I really wanted her to see into my soul at that time, and she definitely didn't, because I'm looking into her eye and all I'm seeing is white snow. like purposefully, I'm going to cover everything in white so you can't read. And I was like, I'm seeing lovely. It's just lovely. Because there was a lot of, I think they're not comfortable with themselves. I wasn't either. I was a good match with this person. I don't want you to see all my dirty spots. I don't want you to see what makes me vulnerable. So that's what I'm getting right now, is kind of hiding or an inability to really see yourself clearly, or fear of seeing things clearly. Yeah, there's a real resistance to going within. This reminds me of that past energy. Instead of going within and dealing with that hurt, that loss, that depression, that sadness, whatever that low vibrational energy is, it's like it goes right into a habitual pattern. How do I escape this? How do I fight with someone else? How do I blame there's a lot of patterns here to avoid these really icky feelings that have been around for a long time. I'm seeing preschool. It might have even really been established earlier than that. I don't want to go within. I don't want to, because I'd have to see this clearly. I'd have to see my part in this. And it looks like some of you are like, I'm going to take action. I want to move forward. Instead of healing this. Wow, this is very, it's like I have my guard up. I'm protecting myself. I'm feeling very defensive. Yeah, no doubt, because you kind of create the defensive atmosphere. I want to battle someone. It's easier to battle someone than deal with these really deep, uncomfortable core issues. It looks like you are able to hold your... Oh, it does look like you're doing something different. The confusion is there. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know how to fix this. And I am taking action. It feels like the action you're taking, instead of I'm going to fight with you about this, over this, I'm projecting an internal issue externally. This person has shown up as a reflection of what this woundedness is. And it feels like you do take action, like the action is, I'm taking the fire out of this. I'm pulling out of this fight. I'm setting a healthy boundary for myself. Go in peace. This is not a battle. This really isn't what it appears to be. It looks like you find your compassion for yourself. Sit with the emotions of, sit with that younger version of you. You're now the adult that person needed. I'm going to give you the attention. I'm going to give you all the attention and love and care that you needed. I'm going to hold space for you so you don't have to act out to get some type of attention, even if it's negative. I'm going to sit with you. It's okay. It's okay. I 100%, I'm right here for you. Tell me how you're feeling. So you might sit with your inner child, and your inner child might be still in that angry tantrum kind of space, and that's okay. Let that child, like, listen to that child. Have compassion for the parts of you that didn't get what that you needed, but now it's like you're in a time machine and you're going back spiritually and healing those initial wounds, those core wounds. Wow. And then that allows you to have a new beginning, set out with a very new energy of without you feel more grounded. That part, you bring that child in. You can stay with me. Whenever you need attention, let me know. Whenever you need care, let me know. You need a hug, I'm there for you. It feels like that calms that inner child, and you're able to start in a very different way of being, because this core wound has been really keeping you battling, creating more fight in your space. All right. Messages from your higher self is the 9 of Swords. This is a nightmare. I keep creating this nightmare. I keep creating this nightmare for myself. I keep creating combustible situations with others. I keep making more enemies. I'm so confused by this. I want to have loving connections, but I am the observer of my experience, and yet I keep observing a lot of the opposite of what I want. This is very confusing. This is upsetting. I love this imagery. We've got all that thinky, thoughty bird energy up there, air energy. And if you can see, there's that one bird that's white, and then the rest are black. And I feel like that's new ideas coming in, new perceptions, new ways of seeing things. It's going to take a little time for this type of healing to unfold in your experience. Okay, there's a lot of energy also coming up in. So your higher self, these messages are about what's going on spiritually in the atmosphere. So a broader perspective, that your higher self is like, hey, I want to let you know what the weather is that's affecting what's happening right now. A lot of what we don't want is showing up in a very powerful way. Nightmares. This is not what I want. This is what I've been resisting. It's coming up. Beliefs that aren't serving us are coming up in a very profound way. So we can make changes. We can decide how we want to deal with them. It looks like there are a lot of people, there's a split that's been occurring and that's really occurring right now. Those who are not heeding the call, those who are just, they're not ready. There's not a race. There's no right or wrong. They're just choosing to not heal these aspects of self. They don't want the ascension. They can't. It's not a part of this lifetime what they wanted to achieve. There's no judgment. Sources and your higher self is like, hey, to each their own. This is not about trying to get everybody. There's no evangelizing here. Those who are meant to wake up will wake up. Will go in that direction, and those who don't, that's a-okay too. They are eternal beings. They are safe. Their souls are safe. They're exploring deeper and darker energies. Chances are you've explored a lot of deep and dark energies, not only in this lifetime, but in previous lifetimes. It looks like you're, there's a shift coming, and your higher self is just stay grounded. Stay grounded. Stability is coming. You are really creating, okay, this is very quick. The message from your higher self is that as soon as you make it through that present time energy that I was talking about and move through this lesson, and you have this Page of Pentacles kind of energy at the end of the present energy, like a new beginning, a new idea, some new path, it's going to move very quickly into 10 of Pentacles, from Page of Pentacles to 10 of Pentacles. Stability, security. It feels a bit magical as I'm looking at it, like how for so many. It's not about competition. It's just a part of the experience that you wanted. There's nothing that you have to do to earn this. It's your birthright. You are just becoming more aligned with your core energy frequency. And by being more aligned and releasing what is not you, then you just naturally have a stability, abundance. It's like you're in the stream of abundance. Don't let anyone, this is a focusing time. Focus on staying grounded. Don't let someone else pull you back into karma, pull you back into the unconscious spaces. This is going to take some discipline, some focus. Not going to lie, I'm seeing some focus in that crown chakra. I want to focus on source. I'm going to focus on grounding. I'm going to focus on being right where I'm at. Very spiritual. What's up? All right, your challenge is the 3 of Cups. Feels like the challenges are coming up in friendships, in connections. So it's like interpersonal relationships, I guess would be a way of stating this. So through the collective, it looks like there's a lot of energy moving through about who we want around us, what is love, what is a loving connection. To each of us, I'm seeing so many people picking different aspects of something very similar. So it's not about what's right, it's about what's right now, what they want to explore. So it's not about being right or wrong, it's about finding the people who share the same values. Some of you might be, used to sharing the same beliefs. I need people who believe the same way I do. And it feels like it's shifting to we share the same values. You don't have to see things the way I see things, but we have the same values. So if you don't have to see me the way I see me, tell me how you see me, I'll tell you how, but there's no taking it personally. It feels like I've got my own beliefs, but we have the same values. The same values meaning that I'm going to treat you with respect and care. If you hurt my feelings, I'm not going to go tell everyone else. I'm gonna come to you, and I trust that we can work through this. That even though that might sting or hurt to hear some aspect about you that you weren't prepared to hear, you don't want to hear, it feels like taking responsibility, being like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can see how my actions hurt you. That was not my intention. Going forward, it is my intention to be more aware of when I'm acting unconsciously in ways that cross a boundary for you. And thank you for telling me this. So it's a real accountability. It's not deciding if they are allowed to feel a certain way. So gaslighting, like someone comes to you and says, you hurt my feelings. And instead of like, oh, that? I think there's something up with you, like getting real defensive, throwing it back in their face. There's something wrong. And the way you're saying this is not because you have a wound, but blaming has this been done to you? Minimizing, gaslighting, not accepting. It feels like shifting that. The truth is more important than me needing to never be wrong. Ego. Feels like the challenge is to be truthful, to be honest, to set precedent with people. This is a boundary, and I'm going to hold this boundary. Some people, you set a boundary and they don't understand. They haven't practiced boundaries. And so they just keep offending. And it's like, I don't think you understand that wasn't optional, that boundary I set. And then holding yourself accountable. If someone sets a boundary with you, being like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Did not mean to make you feel that way. That was not my intention. But I realized that sometimes, even though it's not my intention to hurt someone, that sometimes I do anyway. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was, I think I can see now how I contributed to you feeling whatever, hurt, but I take responsibility. I take accountability. Moving forward, I'd like you to know, would it be okay if we, that subject is off topic, that we don't talk about that, or anything around that? Is that good going forward? Does that sound agreeable? It feels like being very conscious in your connections and truthful and honest and direct to that person. So allowing yourself to have emotions, allowing yourself to check and be checked. What's hidden is the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is, I don't want to hear this. Someone's coming forward. This definitely feels like lies, manipulation. Yeah, it looks like what's hidden is someone is doing, wow. So someone's doing a lot behind the scenes. You have someone who's talking smack about you to everyone but you. So this is happening. Someone's talking, they're weaving lies, just enough truth so it's like, oh yeah, but I want strength in numbers, and you apparently wounded this person in a way. I feel like you might have set a boundary with them and they didn't like it. Instead, they became a victim to your boundary, and it looks like they're trying to keep people away from you. So they're telling friends. They might even be in someone's ear that you care about, trying to keep them apart, really projecting and like, ugh, this person. Like they're gonna, this is punishment. This is punishment for setting a boundary. This is mother wound. This person has a mother wound, and it's that feminine energy of, I'm going to make you pay for what you just did. You made me hurt, and I am the vengeance. The toxicity here is a lot, and it looks like they're even willing to. They want to make it so nobody works with you. They want to affect your work. Wow, they don't want anyone to celebrate with you. They don't want anyone to co-create with you. What this person really is cursing you. This would be a curse energy. It doesn't have to be someone like, it's just a regular activity going around, a pretty typical activity of a lot of people around the world. Gossip, demeaning, putting down, like, oh my God, did you see that? Oh, well, I know that. I don't want them. I'm taking everything that's icky in me and I'm distancing it. I can't have that about myself, so I'm going to project it onto someone else and then distance myself. And we're all going to judge that in that person. But it's really, I'm in so much pain here because I can't have these aspects about myself. It's too painful to acknowledge that this person is showing up as a reflection for me. So they're doing a lot behind the scenes. They want to leave you stranded. They want to make it so nobody cares about you. So you'll be abandoned. So these are all the issues that they're feeling, that they're unwilling to deal. They want to break up any romantic possibilities because they're having issues with romance. They don't want people to work with you because maybe people aren't wanting to work with them. They don't want you to have lasting love and celebration. They want you to be miserable because they're miserable. They want people to abandon you because you felt abandoned. They feel abandoned, so they want you to be abandoned. They want everyone to leave you high and dry. You're showing up. This is, I think, what's also hidden is you're just focusing on yourself. It feels like you might know this is going on. Might not be as hidden from you as you think, especially if this is resonating. Looks like someone comes towards you with maybe an apology or some kind of love offer. Okay, I feel like whoever this is, they're to your face, through communications, they're communicating in like, oh my gosh, I love you so much, and this is yes, oh my God, just like trying to smooth this over. That's what they're saying to your face, how they're presenting, like, oh my gosh, Knight of Cups. There's so much love here for you. But they're really doing all that behind the scenes, triangulation. And I feel like you're not taking the bait. You see, you've got clarity, and you're just not going to take action. I'm not going to join in. I don't want to play this game. You're waiting for real friends, real connections. This isn't love. This isn't care. This isn't friendship. This is very toxic, and I'm seeing that you're showing up as a reflection of me, so I must have this type of toxicity, or maybe in the past I would engage in it and match it and mirror it and see if I can get my people to see things my way, and my people will project onto you. It looks like you're like, I just don't want to engage in this activity any longer. I'm being very direct and honest, and I'm not wanting to engage in this. Noping out. Your opportunity is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is someone dependent. This is someone needy. This is someone not grounded. They're insecure. They're unstable. They're out of control. So needing others, dependent on others. They're in their ego. They care more about how people are perceiving them than how they really are, or how they're operating. This is someone really avoiding feeling. This person is avoiding the icky feelings, and so whenever the icky feelings come up, they cling on to the people around them and kind of like allow the people around them to absorb those energies. But they're not going to the source, the root of this, and getting rid of it. They're just getting little bits of relief by projecting it onto others, by vomiting they're like sharing these wounds with others instead, and they get a little bit of relief, and so they create a cycle of dependency. This person does not know how to heal themselves. They haven't learned how to go within and take care. Yeah, they're doing all they can to avoid a tower, to avoid having to deal with the root cause of this, the foundation. They're acting on a faulty foundational element. They just try to keep growing and growing and growing, but they're not addressing the faulty foundation. This is someone really resistant to Hangman, resistant to the Tower. I'm not trying to see this. I don't want to see this about myself. I can't see this about myself. There's too much judgment, self-judgment. I'm not gonna surrender. There's no surrender. I'm gonna win. I need a win. This person thinks that this is that if they beat you, if they get to keep you down, if you suffer, they feel better. There's a complete lack of balance here, a lack of healing. These are core cards coming through. The Tower, Hanged Man in reverse, Tower in reverse, Hanged Man in reverse, and now Temperance in reverse. This person is being given an amazing opportunity. Whoever is in this energy, if this is you, amazing opportunity to heal all these things, all these aspects. Indecision. This person is just got the blinders on about, they don't have all the facts. They're just reactive. They're not making an informed decision. They're following just an old pattern. And this could be you. If this has resonated and you're like, oh, this is also me. You have a real opportunity here to, again, I am also getting the message of just finding your foundation. That's the opportunity. I don't want to participate in this type of activity with others. My opportunity is that I'm not going to participate, and I'm going to really get clear about my foundation. I'm going to create a solid foundation for myself going forward. I want people who share the same values. I want to be able for people to be able to tell me if I overstep a boundary, and I want to be able to speak truthfully to the people around me, not masked. I don't want to have to pretend that I'm not hurt if my feelings are hurt, or to have the people around me invalidate my feelings and then come after me because I expressed a boundary and hurt feelings. I want friendships that are safe. I want them to feel safe, and I want to feel safe. So there's a lot of reciprocity going forward. It looks like you're really getting very clear. It's like creating a new foundation for yourself before you put the walls and roof on connections and in your interpersonal connections. It feels like I'm getting very clear about what I want, what I need in connections, what I'm looking for, and what that I can provide that as well. So it's reciprocal. That's beautiful. This is an amazing opportunity. So it doesn't feel like building and money coming in. It's kind of just foundational stuff, which it's not sexy. Building a foundation, it takes time to really get clear about that foundation before you start building. That's the sexy, fun stuff that everybody sees. Nobody really sees the foundation, how much time and effort that you put into it. But when the foundation is messed up, then you feel it. Then it becomes really important. But a lot of times it's not until you've built too much vertically that on a faulty foundation. Leaning Tower of Pisa comes to mind. So, all right, the possible outcome here. Ooh, long reading here. Possible outcome is the Hermit in reverse, not going within, so this is whoever you've been dealing with. They're not going to heal this at this time of the reading as what I'm tuning into. Bummer. I was hoping they could heal, but maybe that too, like a judgment, or needing them to heal so you can heal. It looks like you just move on and become independent, confidence, abundance. Oh, I love this imagery. We've been talking about the tower, and then here we have the tower. That's what you're moving towards. So obviously this tower has a great foundation and something you can really build on. Is there someone in your tower? Oh my gosh, there is. I don't think I've ever noticed that. That looks like someone's in your tower. And it looks like it's the eagle from both the Ace of Swords and the eagle shows up in this vice versa tarot deck. Let's see if I can show you. See, there's someone in your tower and there's the eagle. That person is like, hey, come to the tower. Freedom in the tower. Doesn't seem like you're alone. You're independent, but you're not alone. You've got your dove of peace on your hand, and they've got an eagle. It looks like you bring to the table a lot of peace, probably because you're no longer going to be involved in this type of activity. You're consciously choosing peace for yourself, and you connect eventually on building this foundation with someone who brings a lot of freedom in the connection. That's a great outcome. I'll take that. Hope this resonates. If you're still here, then consider giving me a like on this video so I can grow this channel. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And what else? I love your comments. You guys are the best. You are so supportive, and it's just such an honor to read for you guys because you are so appreciative, and that just really lets me know that you're out there, you're liking, this is resonating, keep going. You know, it's good. I do need to know from time to time that, you know, are you out there? Is anyone receiving this? So it's really nice when you guys comment and say this resonated, or just an emoji. I love, just I'm here. So thank you. Take care. Bye.